Hello, my people.
Àsìkò ti tó, ètò kan. Let's talk traditional wedding. Gbogbo lólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ mú létí rẹ̀. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi, many gives away. Let's talk traditional wedding. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó tọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ètò Let's talk traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó tọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram. Every Tuesday on Facebook. 6 p.m. UK time. Every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Let's talk
traditional weddings. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Ẹ̀yin tèmi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, mo kára lé, mo kérò ọ̀nà, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kóbìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Lórí ètò la wà, ètò wa, ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with Bùnmi Darius. Àwọn èèyàn wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò yìí, kó tó di pé aṣọ ohunkóhun rárá, ṣé ẹ rí pé ẹ ká júbà ọba kọ́dá ayé, ọba ṣẹ̀dá àwọn ọba lánàá, ọba lẹ́ni, ọba títí ayérayé kọrin kése, ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́, ọba tó tó nípa tó kọ̀ tí ò pa ni tó ṣe pé ṣe ló ń pa ní mọ́, ọba tá a dágbére fún lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá pé à ń lọ kábọ̀, tó jẹ́ kó tún ṣeé ṣe fún wa láti délé ní láàyè àti láyè rere, ọba tí ò jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti wá fi wá ṣohun ìtàn, ògo, ìyìn, ọlá ní forúkọ mímọ́ yín. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò ló ti rọ̀ tílẹ̀ ti fi mú wíwà láyé àti wíwà láàyè wa, kì í ṣe nípa ipá, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe nípa agbára, bí kò ṣe nípa oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run alágbára. Father Lord, we are so grateful. Thank you for the grace and the opportunity to come back again this week. Father Lord, I thank you for my life and the life of these amazing people that join me every week on this show. That you preserve our lives, you not allow any evil to befall any one of us. Olúwa ẹ ṣeun, Olúwa ẹ dúpẹ́ kẹ́ gbà yín wá. Kó tó dípá tó ṣe olóòkọ́ náà tó fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí o, pàápàá jùlọ iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ tó tó gbagbá sùn lọ́yẹ́ tó ti ń taṣọ ìyàwó tó mọ ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni, tìyá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni, lace lẹ́fẹ́ ni, àǹkárá ni, ohunkóhun tó bá fẹ́ fi ṣayẹyẹ ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces. Kódà wọ́n tún máa ń báyàn ṣe aṣọ ẹbí, wọ́n tún wá ní ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ wọn kan tí wọ́n ń pè ní Ready to Wear by Chorus Jewels and Laces. Iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, ẹ ṣeun, iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, ọwọ́ yín á máa ròkè. Mo tún fàsìkò náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Lazel Fabrics all the way from Dallas, Texas. Thank you for your support. Also, I want to use this opportunity to celebrate the amazing Celebration International Magazine. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ àwòrán, kó ṣe fídíò, kó ya fọ́tò, kó hàn kedere, kó jẹ́ pé in the next 5, 10 years, 20 years ẹ ṣe ń rí wò. Iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine ní kẹ́ kọjú sí, owó wọn ṣe pẹ́rẹ́, and àwọn kan á ṣe fídíò fún yín, wọ́n ya fọ́tò fún yín, ẹ máa lé wọn kiri odidi ọdún kan ẹ̀ tí ì ní ìgbà rárá o. Iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine ẹ kàn sí wọn, wọ́n tún wá bá yín gbé ayẹyẹ yín sórí magazine. So remember that on this show you can help us to share. Please share this show. This show every week we bring in different topics where we can talk, where we can discuss about things that pertain to our weddings, our traditional wedding and events generally. Things that pertain to marriage, home, traditional weddings and our events generally. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us for the first time, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bumi Ani 7294, thank you. Aspire UK Edu, thank you for joining. Mama Yodele Ogos, thank you for joining. London Alaga, thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much everyone for joining me. Please remember that I always ask for a favor every week. You know the favor I ask for? Share this show. Share. Remind people that the show has started. A lot of people they get carried away, they don't even remember, especially now in Nigeria that the time difference is there. Please remind people that ETO IGBEYAWO ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Looks like we are now 1 hour I think ahead of Nigeria. So please, anyone to want Nigeria, but also from week ètò ìgbéyàwó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Okay, let's bring in today's topic, my people. Let's bring in today's topic. Let's talk about what we've come to talk about. Kamaru Joju. Honestly speaking, I was looking for a song that matched today's. I couldn't find any except this one. I said, okay, doesn't matter. Let's just bring it on. Let's use this one as well, and then we can always, explain later to so many people. Thank you. Somebody actually sent me a request to be in the show. Yay! We start taking requests once we introduce the topic. I'm very please bear with me, sis. So we just where is my music starting from the music? Okay. Oh yeah. After we bring in the topic, then we welcome people to the show. And Joe, please bear with me. If you have sent me a request, bear with me. Hey. Oh yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. Hey. I got it. It's good to see you today. Open your letter. I hope you can hear my music. Okay, your daily good. But till we dance move with you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, let's go. Please remind people the show has started. We're on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. Good to see you. Okay, let's stop the music because of time. Well, I want to say welcome to everybody once again. I don't know how many of us saw the flyer or you saw the post that we sent out before today. Today's topic obviously is talking about factors to consider before hiring a vendor, especially before hiring an Alaga or MC. But we're talking about vendors generally. What are the factors to consider before you hire an Alaga or an MC or any vendor for that matter? I did ask question as well. I sent it to her and I'm like, okay, what would you consider if you want to have an event and you want to hire someone? What are those factors to consider? What could go wrong if you don't put into consideration some of these factors that we're going to be talking about today? Remember that I always say on this show, we pay a meal wà láti sọ wípé mo mọ̀ ṣe o bó ṣe ń ṣeré o. I always come here every week. I think I've accepted though. Hey, this Instagram thing has started again. I can't see the person that came in. Okay. Let me see if I can do it now. Okay, let me see if I can send her the request by myself. Somebody is on the line and I'm trying to accept. Instagram is playing up as usual. I don't know what's going on. I'm probably going to cancel that request and send it to her by myself. Maybe that would be better. Instagram and fumble. Okay, yeah, remember that you can call us on this show. The line to call is +44 782 8500 You can leave us a voice note if you're busy, because a lot of people will say, but if call in, pay, and I really wanted to contribute. So I always say to people, you can leave us a voice note. It's absolutely okay, or you can send a text. We will read your text to everybody. It's not able to join. Okay, let me see if I can add her again. I don't know why it's not allowing me to accept London Alaga. Mambo. Okay, she on now. Are you on now, sis? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kó má dàbí last week tí mi ò rí kẹ́ mo sick o táwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń rí. After about technology by today. Okay, people, if you're on, sis, can I hear you say hello? Or if not, I will resend your request. So today we want to talk about factors to consider before hiring an Alaga or a MC or what have you. You know, a lot of people have reasons behind their actions, especially when it comes to hiring vendors for their events. I've seen a lot of people that will say, in fact, sometimes we are here in the UK, people in Nigeria are saying, you know what, I want to bring this person on board. I don't care how much it's going to cost me. The person has to travel all the way from London to Nigeria. While we have some people here in the UK that will say, you know, this person, I have to bring this person. I don't care how much it's going to cost me. I'm going to actually bring them all the way. Let me resend the request. Emma Bino, sis, please bear with me. Many requests could they wallet. I was the one. So sometimes, you know, people post on their pages that does not belong to them, but that cannot be possible to those of us that are Alaga. Let me remember, Adidele said we Africans hardly bother to write reviews. That's true. We hardly, in fact, people like me, I'm so lazy at writing reviews. A lot of times when I buy stuff on online and people say leave review. I'm one of those lazy ones. Sometimes I find it really difficult to. Yes, it happened to me. And when I eventually let the person know that I was the one that did the job, and I was trying to tell the person off and be like, oh, so the person actually blocked me. But I went on their page and I saw a lot of nice, beautiful jobs there. Only God knows where, including mine. So sometimes people can actually pretend to be who they are not. We've seen a lot of people that will put, I've bought a lot of things online, and when they get here, it's a case of what I ordered versus what I get. So one has to be careful in terms of going on their pages to look at what they do. But the good thing about those of us who are Alagas or MCs is that our face is actually our brand. You cannot be an Alaga and say you're going to put somebody else's job on your page. It's not going to work. And if I get on your page and all I see is just couples' faces without you in action, definitely I will know that there's something fishy. I won't go for it, but I have to see you in action. So thank you so much. We've talked about in the past. Somebody will go for the reviews. Which reviews you get K-leg? Somebody said I would go for somebody also mentioned something that the person said I would go for referrals. I would rather have somebody refer them to me. Referrals is good because most of the time, let me not say all of the time, most of the time a referral would always be good because the person that referred them must have seen something in them for you to say, it's good. But at the same time, that can also it can be a bit funny sometimes. Okay, let's talk about other factors. Pebbles and Cocos, thank you for joining. Let's hear from you. What are the factors that one should consider before hiring a vendor, especially Alaga and MC? What are the factors that you should consider? I'm looking for some, you know, points. I don't want to be the one saying it. What are those factors that you should consider for hiring an Alaga or MC or any vendor for that matter? Factors to consider. We've talked about the referrer. We've talked about the reviews. We've talked about going to check their past job. Thank you so much. Let me read what somebody said. Charges. That's what I'm looking for. Some people only post their good jobs as well, not the ones that didn't go to it. I will not post my bad job. That one is normal anyway. I will post my bad job just as I won't place bad products on my shelf if I'm selling. For example, if I go to work like this, our job sometimes can be very funny, especially as an Alaga, and the couple are not cooperating or something bad or something like that, I won't post it. Obviously, you look for the good ones, so that one is acceptable. I like this one, Aspire UK Edu. I love that one. Charges. In fact, I just wanted us to touch other things. Now, let's talk about these charges. Somebody said price. Price is important. Now, when we're talking about price, Are you looking for cheap, or you are looking for, I don't even know. When you say charges, Aspire UK and Temitope Security, can you please enlighten us more? What are you looking at when you're looking at your charges? You're looking at charges, okay, charges. I love the word charges. Price. I love the word price is important. In fact, that's actually one of the major reasons I brought this topic up. It's so important. So when we talk about prices and charges for a vendor, what are you looking at? What are the things that you want to consider as a good or proper charges for a particular yes, integrity, very, very important. Integrity is so important, you know. But before I go to that, Ejo, if I cast on charges at the prices here, Ejo, I really want us to shed light on it. Somebody said if it is a catering vendor, you can request a taster system. Benny, very important. Where's my pen? I need to write these points down. Somebody said fame. Are they well known? Okay. I did ask that question as well. Would fame be part of the factors you consider to hire a vendor? How well known is your vendor? Somebody said, Eluyemi said, if they have good reviews and if someone refer them, okay, ma'am. Now let's talk about this value for money. Yes. Somebody said, what you're considering in a vendor, we're looking at not so expensive. We are looking at value for money. Hey Joe, can we shed more light between value for money and not too expensive? If it is expensive, in quotes, the word expensive also is a relative term depending on individuals. What is expensive? What is cheap? Now I have someone in this somebody said yes, it's true. Aspire UK says does the charges matches my budget? Is it reasonable? Am I confident it's worthy? Moderate and reasonable charges. In fact, this issue of pricing is one of the major reasons, and I really want us to dwell on it a lot. Now, budget is one thing, and charging reasonable is another thing. Now, for example, if I am charging £1,000 for a particular a service, and I know that £1,000 is actually worth it, I'm going to provide you the best. I'm going to provide you, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go out of my way to make sure that your event is perfect. But your budget is £500. How do we meet up? How do we meet up? How does that work? I'm really very particular about this issue of budget and charges. Okay, I charge £1,000, but I am very sure that I have given value for money for what I'm charging. But your budget is £500. How do we go about it? Does that make the person... I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Please, if you understand what I'm trying to explain, can you just put a thumbs up? Because sometimes I struggle to pass across the message. Somebody is talking about if the budget matches, if the price matches my budget. And talking about budget as well, have you looked around? What determines your budget? What determines your budget? Is it your cost or the price that is out there? For example, if you say that your budget is £500, but you look around all the people that are doing this particular job. Thank you, Auntie Ayo, for putting thumbs up, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, you look around all the people that do this kind of job. Hello, OI of Nigeria. Oh, thank you so much for joining us, sis. God bless you. You look out there, the people that are doing the job, maybe you check like 10 vendors and their prices are similar, and then you saying my budget is £500, and then Kazim Bello, thank you for putting your thumbs up. Thank you, Temitope Security. So let's talk about that, because sometimes I have someone that in my area here that sells only shop. You know what the man wrote at the entrance of his shop? He said, good, no, only good, not cheap. Cheap, no good. In fact, that's his slogan. He believes that if it is good, it can be cheap, and if it is cheap, it can be good. Now, the thing with service is that whoever knows your worth, will come for your service. I just love that. That's just capped it. That's just nailed it. That's just like talking about everything we want to talk about today in one comment. You know, the thing with service is people that know your worth will come for you. Now, we have seen where people are so desperate in getting clients that they will give them any amount. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ nípa àwọn yẹn. Àwọn kan máa ń pè wọ́n ní àwọn tó ń ba ọjà jẹ́, àwọn tó ń ba iṣẹ́ jẹ́. Somebody will come to you and say, the same thing tó fẹ́ ta fún mi, tó fẹ́ ṣe fún mi yìí, mo tún ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe fún mi ní 20 naira. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be like, maybe like we're looking at 20 pounds. And you see someone that is doing it for something that is supposed to be worth like 200 pounds. And you see someone doing it for 10, 20 pounds. And you say, I've seen it somewhere. They are doing it for that amount. So what is the risk in that? You know, what's the risk in that? Somebody said, just like when you want to buy a car, you have to look for one that you can afford. You can't go to Benz dealer with money that's just enough for a Peugeot. Thank you. For a Peugeot 404. Thank you so much. That's perfect. That's it. You can go for the one that matches you. But in this case, some people, they actually have the money. They are doing what we call, I don't want to use the word Jebu because Jebu people come for me. Uncle, thank you for joining us, sir. Uncle Benga or Shifeso. We're talking about factors that one should consider before hiring a vendor, especially an MC or an Alaga. Factors to consider. So we're talking about so many things. We've talked about their integrity. We've talked about the fact that it might be because they are referred or you've seen their jobs and all of that. Now we're talking about the budget, the charges, the budget, you know, how to be able to balance the two. Hey, thank you so much for coming back, Alaja Sumbalabi. God bless you, ma. On Facebook, God bless you. He says, look, thank you so much, ma. Now, this budget of a thing has spoiled a lot of things. I know there's a saying that cut your coat according to your cloth. But sometimes priority does matters when you're having an event. I think today mostly it's going to be about educating people about how to prioritize your budget when you're working. I have seen where somebody will hire a venue for £10,000, £20,000, and then when it's time to pay for the photographer or for the Alaga, they will start, you know, pricing you down, and they will not go for anything at all, just because they don't say, how do you prioritize your budget? You know, somebody said, Kazim Bello says Balo. He says, I don't know if it's a he or a she, pardon me. He said it's okay to negotiate, but not at the detriment of the set standards. Thank you. Overheads have to be paid. Thank you so much. Business is not charity. God bless you. Now, there's also a saying that if it is too good to be true, you should be careful. You know, as I said, I bought some things online. I see the picture, they look so beautiful. I'm like, wow, can you this price? And I paid for them. When they came, it was a case of what I ordered versus what I received. You know, sometimes if it sounds too good to be true, trust me, it's also you're probably right by saying, let me just stay away from this. Now, I love what this person said, Kazim Balo. He said it's okay to negotiate. There's absolutely nothing wrong with negotiating, you know, but not at the detriment of the set standard. I love the word. I love his choice of words. There has to be set standard. There is a range. They call something price range of a particular product or service, where if you ask 10 people, you'll be able to come to a conclusion. If I'm right, please I stand. If I'm wrong, please I stand to be corrected. That Kineyi, if you want to have it should be between this and this price. But you're going below, way below that. And somebody said, "Am I worried about buying shit?" Am I worried about buying shit? We have a lot of them in the Alaga industry. We have a lot of them in the MC industry. Emma worry my buying shit, where they will charge little or nothing. Now, let's talk about the disadvantages or the red flags. Talk about red flags or the green flags there. The red flags to look out for when people say to you, Emma worry, I'm buying shit. And Emma worry, say, we will do it for you. And then you say, can you get £500 now to move below a show, but this person is going to do it for £100. Let's talk about the red flags. What is likely to come? What is likely to come as a result of you just saying, I will settle for less. It doesn't matter. This person is ready to do it for me. I will go for that person. You know that the price range, like this person said, there's a set standard. I love that word. There's a set standard for anything. For example, if you want to buy the products, if you go to Asda, go to Tesco, go to Morrison, go to Black, the price range should be at least, if not exactly the same, very similar. And then you now said no, Komata. Get anywhere. What happened in that situation? You get what you paid for. Thank you, ma. What you pay for is what you get. Thank you, ma, for joining us. Hey, people, help me celebrate Mommy Susan Alaga and her husband. Today is their 30 years anniversary, wedding anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating Mommy and Daddy Oladele on their 30th wedding anniversary. 30 years is no joke. We congratulate you, ma'am and sir. I pray that the wine of your marriage will continue to get sweeter and sweeter and better in Jesus' mighty name. Happy wedding anniversary. We celebrate you. Everybody on ETO IGBEYAWO, we celebrate you, ma. God bless you, ma. Thank you. She's one of the most amazing lovers and fans of this show. She's always here. She calls, she supports, and she's also an Alaga in the industry. Mommy, we celebrate you. We celebrate you and your husband. May your marriage continue to, the strength of your marriage continue to go forward ever in Jesus' name. Àwọn èèyàn kí yín o, gbogbo àwọn ETO IGBEYAWO lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, lórí Instagram, wọ́n kí yín. Bless you, everybody. So let's go back to what we're talking about. The risk ahead. Let's look at the risk of settling for less just because of budget. Ẹ kàn bá mi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ má worry, ẹ bá wa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí MC àti Alaga ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbogbo àwọn tó kù. Okay, you hire an MC, you've shopped around, and you find that most people are talking about 300, 400, 500 pounds. The minimum you saw was maybe 350. And then somebody said, "Ẹ má worry, mommy, I'm buying 100 pounds." In fact, some people will say, "Fún wa ní gèlè." Ẹ má worry, fún wa ní gèlè, I'm buying shea. What is likely to happen? What is likely to be the problem that will happen in such situations? It's a different thing if you're a relative or someone close to you, and the person just said, "You know what? Just for me to come and support you, I will do it for you." That's a different thing. I know somebody that will say, "You know what? I can even come all the way from here to Manchester and they'll be charging 100 pounds. What do you think will happen?" Somebody said they could have lowered their prices because it's a form of advert. Maybe their first gig is in a new location. That would be a good reason to do that. Like, for instance, we have a lot of people that jackpot from Nigeria and they're trying to establish themselves here. Sometimes you have to give out a free taster for people to know you. That's a good reason for doing that, you understand? So I take that on board. Thank you so much, Aspire UK. Those kind of people that actually been established and they do this, what do you think the problem will be? Somebody said those kind of people are probably just using your event for practice. Somebody said you get what you pay for. Somebody said, Mommy said, "Thank you, everyone. We shall all be celebrated in Jesus' name. Amen." Yes. Now, when someone calls me and say, "Ewo, most people to fetch any 50 pounds," I always tell them, "Wait, God bless you, ma. I wish you the best of luck, ma." Because obviously that kind of person will want to make their money back at your events. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Hey, Kemostik is here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining, sis. We are talking about the issue, the red flags to look out for when hiring a vendor, especially Alaga and MCs. Now, we've been talking about a lot of things. We've talked about integrity, we've talked about whether they've been around for some time, fame, and blah blah. But the major thing we're talking about tonight is talking about their charges, the budget, the charges versus budget. Now, we're talking about that budget should be, charges should be reasonable. We've talked about the fact that people are free to negotiate. We've talked about that. But now we're talking about people that are ridiculously cheap. People that will tell you, don't worry, I'll come and do it for you, just give me £100. People that will tell you, for example, I do have some makeup artists on board. Thank you for joining. Beautiful, my amazing Oga and TKM Beauty. Thank you for joining. I've seen where somebody will say, "Oh, bridal makeup." Some things are just they're just not negotiable. You can't afford to mess about it. Somebody will tell you, bridal makeup, masheti yayawo, masheti our bridesmaid, masheti yawo, and they will be charging you one very funny, ridiculous price, and you to be saying, well, Mori bargain. Thank you so much, Kemosti. God bless you, Mori bargain. What are the red flags? What is likely to happen in such situations? You know, because like in the Alaga industry, for example, if somebody tells you that if you shop around and the prices you see are kind of ranges between a particular amount and a particular amount, and you suddenly see a price that is ridiculously lower than all the ones you've seen, and you go, mo ti padà rẹni tó fẹ́ gba £100 lọ́wọ́ mi, or ẹni tó ń pé kí n kàn mú gèlè lásán wá, ẹ má wọrí, ẹ mú gèlè fún wa, ẹ kàn mú gèlè fún wa, àwọn àwa bá ń ṣe ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ alága lórí ètò yìí àti àwọn èèyàn tí wọn kì í ṣe alága lórí ètò, kí lè rò pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. You know, I understand, like somebody said, that sometimes you lower your price if you are new in an area and you're still looking for a test ground. You know, that's fine. If you can lower your price if you're new in the industry and you're trying to get your way, that's okay. That's why even products, they do free samples. But for someone that you know that that should actually be a red flag, a big red flag. Now, I have seen where somebody called me and said, mo ṣe nǹkan, wọ́n ní pé kí ló dé. Somebody told me that the Alaga that they hired brought four bowls. The Alaga they hired brought 4 bowls. She said that the Alaga was harassing all her guests. She spent over 4 hours to do an event that shouldn't be more than 2 hours. And out of those 4 hours, 3 hours of it she was spending it to beg for money, ask for money, harass her guests. And I asked her, let's offer money. If you cannot take power, you understand? If you cannot take power, so when that happens, you don't let it. Some of us that are on this show, we all know, once you receive your pay, for example, if I receive my pay and I get to a place, if they spray me, to God be the glory. If they don't spray me, to God be the glory. I'm not going to kill myself, because by the grace of God, I have been paid. I have been paid. You know, like somebody said, they will use it to practice. Let me read what somebody. Now, there's some things that you should not even negotiate. You should not the word negotiate. I'm not looking for the word negotiate. That you shouldn't gamble with. One of them is your MC or Alaga. Don't gamble with it, honestly. Don't gamble with it. Don't gamble with your makeup artist. Hey, wow. The food will finish. People will forget the taste of the food. People will forget even the decoration, they may even forget it. People will forget the Olori that came. But the picture that you took, everybody will remember that picture forever. In fact, there are some people that will do events. I know someone that did a 50th birthday till today, could be photo and post it, because a makeup artist don't pay. Also the Kuteluni. I want to Kutelu Babasala. Amoladu Kenkelewu. Also the Kuteluni. I'm telling you. You know, and it was too late for them to go and look for somebody legally that the person made for. And when they went on this person's page, now talking about going to pages to check on what somebody has done, there are some places you should never even let that be your way of getting, pardon me, getting on people's page. Decoration, anybody don't live with decoration, to le gboruko won si. Makeup, wọ́n ti bunolu, tí wọ́n pè ní filter. Ẹlòmíì gan iṣẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ló gbé síbẹ̀, wọ́n ti Photoshop nísìn. So you really have to be careful. So that's very. Someone said they said they are coming back after a it is well. Somebody said could lead to disappointment or regret. Recently I saw a clip on social media of an Alaga that was telling the couple. Wọ́n ní kíyàwó gbọ́wọ́ sí engine house ọkọ ẹ̀, wọ́n wá sọ sínú microphone, ṣó le, and the person that followed the Alaga was also shouting, ó ti le. What are they saying? Ó le o. It is the grooms thingy online on their day of joy. You know, one has to be careful. A lot of people think shemugbamuya, you know, a lot of people shemugbamuya, they are desperate, they are looking for anything, they are looking for you. Make sure you get somebody that have reputation, that know what they are doing, even if the price is not as cheap as you expect. I'm not saying people should be ridiculously expensive. So let's talk about, okay, shitting your bar cheap, show me bekonida. And let's also talk about your bar one, show me pomada. That's another thing we need to look at, because sometimes some people are ridiculously expensive and there's nothing to show for it. That also happens. Somebody said, let me read what Pebble said. Pebble says some people just want to post, they just want to post on social media, no matter their year of experience, yes, but a standard must be set. That's another reason nowadays people believe that every weekend they have to post. I was at work last week, I was at work on Thursday, I was at work on week. There's absolutely nothing wrong if it is happening, but people are so desperate nowadays that they just want people to get to their page and find that and as a result of that, they are ready to lower their standard, they are ready to lower their price. All I'm saying here is be careful. Watch out for that red flag in terms of price. Make sure that you get it right. Somebody said, especially when they've not seen their service or portfolio. If you have not seen their service, somebody said they've come to get their money at the venue. Get my money. I know someone that traveled all the way from London to Manchester for £100 as an Alaga. Somebody's with the makeup as you will live with your picture forever. Imagine, I know someone that's always saying, oh, they will picture wedding one of them is your makeup artist, one of them is your photographer and videographer. I'm telling you, someone did a wedding, and when they finish, see photographer record látàárọ̀ ó lóun ò tẹ àbáná ẹ máa ń tọ ìgboro ẹ̀ níjọ́ mo ti délé ayé mi till today the person doesn't have wedding pictures, kò tẹ sound, so they were only seeing pictures, they were seeing all this thing, but there was no audio. Imagine doing your wedding a whole day and there's no audio. Mi mo bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Somebody said it's very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. You will see them carrying bowls, they will harass everybody, they will harass your guests, they will harass the groom, they will harass willingly. There should never be any time where your guests should be harassed or compelled to spend money. But if you hire an Alaga and the only thing they got from you was worry. Be careful. I'm telling you, be careful with such Alagas. They will come and get their money at your event. They will harass your guests, they will harass you. Somebody said, I'd rather pay for the experience. That's another one that I'm looking for. We've been looking at different factors to consider when hiring a vendor, especially an MC or an Alaga. Now, one of the factors to consider is the experience. Experience is of great value. Even in workplace, regular workplaces, somebody will ask you, what experience have you got? Now, talking about experience, I'm not talking about people that are stuck in the past. There's some people that have experience, but the experience they have is one that they've had since 1800. They've refused to update themselves. They've refused to move with the trend. They've refused to kind of, carry themselves along as the wave of civilization is actually evolving. So I'm not talking about people like that. I'm talking about people who actually know what they're doing. Somebody said social media palaver. Social media palaver, yes. Somebody said with the pricing these days, you will be surprised that somebody will call you. I'm not saying somebody should be ridiculously expensive, and sometimes as well, or a price down, so you need by me. Maybe this is your standard. Even as that she sales, cannot think with Harrods, what she sales in by me. When it is quiet, you can kind of let them know, but yet man charge normally real, but people just could see quiet as when you buy. That's a different thing, but let them know. Somebody said, and it might just be a mistake. Only when you a mistake. The mistake, well, unfortunately it happened. You know, béèyàn ṣe máa ṣe kí látàárọ̀ dalẹ́ tó dẹ̀ ní check ẹ̀, you know. That's why sometimes you see these photographers, when they take picture like this, they will look at the camera. They will say, wait. They will take the picture again. They will look at the camera until they get the shot that they want. They don't say, okay. You can't just be taking pictures. You can't just be recording from ìgbà tí ìyàwó ti múra títí ìgbà tó fi ṣe after party lálẹ́, and you did not know that it was not recording. That one is a little bit. I mean, I don't even know. No, mama, you know, call on mama. Somebody said how many years of experience? Yeah, it's so important. No, now we were talking about prioritizing budgets. That's another thing. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, àwọn bí wo ló jẹ́ kéèyàn ti wò pé eléyìí o kò tiẹ̀ mi gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré. Àwọn bí wo, because some people will go and hire a venue. I'm serious. Venue of 25,000. Èèyàn gba venue 25,000. A ní kó wá sọ 500, 400 falaga, ó ní ó ti wọ́n jù. Ẹ dẹ̀ gba venue 25,000. You understand? Some things are just, you know, well, only kind of people priority, but I just feel that some things are just not, they're just not okay. Yeah, costly mistake. I know it's a very expensive mistake. It's a very, very, very expensive mistake, and that's another thing. It's always good to have a backup. It's always good to have a backup in some situations, especially with the photographers and videographers. It's always good to have a backup. For example, if you're a photographer, if you have a photographer on the groom side, you might want to have one on the bride side as well, just to make sure that you don't find an unpleasant surprise. It's so important. Yeah. It is well. Lord help us. Let me see. I think somebody sent me a message. Are you trying to join, man? Somebody that is not finding it. It's not. It might be no. Can't get to the platform, okay. On Instagram. Maybe you should go out and come back, ma. Somebody said he's struggling to get on. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Join again, ma. Somebody says he's not able to join on Instagram. Now, thank you, London Alaga. She said, I always say, let me read what she said. She said, I always say, don't put a price on entertainment that is important. Yeah, very, very important. There are some things that are more important than others when it comes to events. I'm telling you, ẹlòmíì àfọwọ́ra souvenir rẹpẹtẹ. Àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa ha wọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi nìkan o. Mi gbọ́dọ̀ máa ha wọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi nìkan o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá há ní nǹkan ìmí ìgan wọn ni mo kúrò ń bẹ̀. Nǹkan tó bá há wọn, àìmọye nǹkan tá máa ń filẹ̀ lórí table. Instead of you to use that money to àlòmíì a máa ná alága, a máa ná makeup artist. Tó jẹ́ pé kíní, a máa ná olóúnjẹ. They will not go and do one kind of food that your guests will not be able to eat. You will now come and be saying, meanwhile, the money you're supposed to spend to hire all these people, you have spent it on souvenir. I'm not saying you shouldn't give souvenir, but some things are just more of priority than others. As per UK says, I think people tended to undermine certain services and role. Yeah, it might be a good idea to do a breakdown of codes. So clients, yeah, so that's true. So clients know what makes up the codes. That's right. And when giving invoices or so, just a thought. That's a good one actually. For instance, for those of us who are Alagas, people think I've done it before on this show. I brought a show here and we talked about other things that Alaga would do that is beyond just holding the mic. Somebody has called me before, and then the moment I told them their price, I'm going to suffer me. They want to microphone, you know, Lord. I'm telling you, that was what that person told me. I'm like, wow, is that what you think about Alagas? We do way more than that. And I remember that I brought a topic on this show before, talking about other things that the Alagas will do that goes beyond just holding the microphone. And it will be nice if you can just refresh our memories on that Somebody said, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Facebook has been funny lately. Somebody said, my advice is that we Alaga should be mindful of our integrity and attitude. Attitude is everything. If you take ridiculous amounts with the intention of collecting money while working, it can only lead to shame. That's true. Now, let's talk about some of the things that, for example, as an Alaga, people say, somebody is back now. Thank you, Alaja Sumbo. You're such an amazing woman. Somebody was trying to get us on Facebook. The network was playing up. She came to Instagram and then she went back to Facebook. God bless you, sis. Now, iṣẹ́ alága ó ju pé ká kọ mọ microphone kò ní ṣojú kẹkọ mọ microphone kẹ ṣàwàdà lọ ni no iṣẹ́ wájú. In fact, as I am sitting down here, yeah, if I don't know how to do makeup and gele, yeah, by myself, as an Alaga person, you pay for the outfit. Kò dẹ̀ sí ni color on papọ̀. If somebody will call mint green, another person will call lemon green, another person will call olive green, another person will call whatever. Green alone, you can have like 20 different shades of green at home. And the next time, you still want to make sure that you match up with your new clients. Ìyẹn lásán, oye táwa Alaga fi ń raṣọ àti MC. Òun ló lọ́lọ́run yẹn. Ẹni tí ó bá mọ makeup ṣe ó kéré títí àárírú ẹ̀rí ẹni yẹn máa ná £50. Ó kéré jù. Ó máa ná £50. Ẹlòmíì máa ná more than that tó bá ń bọ̀. Aṣọ yẹn rántí pé a máa rán o. We are going to sew it. Back in the gone are the days when we wear Iran buba mostly. Nowadays we even want to wear styles. Máa rán aṣọ yẹn. So iṣẹ́ Alaga is beyond that. And apart from that, they will call you to ask you information. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe, tá bá fẹ́ ra lẹ́tà ńkọ́, tá bá fẹ́ ṣe kíní kan ńkọ́. There was even a family that I did their wedding. One man fẹ́ fi pípé ṣe lé ayé mi léṣe o Jesus. Even after the wedding, they were still calling me madam. Kíní kan báyìí tó gbé sí mi báyìí jọ̀ọ́ bá la ṣe yẹ ká ṣe ṣe mo ní hell. Mo rojọ́ ẹ̀mí mi fẹ́ bọ̀. We will even have meetings with them. We enlighten them. We have a lot of time that we spend even before the day. And then some the event is so far away. We travel. And that's one thing again that I want all our Alagas to consider. Before you give any price to anybody, ask them the distance first. It will not fake. A lot of people will give price without looking at the distance. When came up in Manchester, Iro, somebody is trying to send a request. London Alaga says they start from prayer and a show. Ask a prayer for events, dress up, mileage, their time to start and finish the event, most especially if they are on their feet all day. Yes, let me see if I can accept this, please. Working in Koya Shore, I need to accept this now. You better behave yourself. So we have a lot. Hey, yay! God bless you, ma. You know, prayer and fasting. Family, problematic family. They have issues. We ourselves, we have to protect ourselves, we have to fast. The network is playing up, man. I've accepted you, but hope it's stable, so I hope it becomes stabilized. So there's a lot that Alaga is doing. You have to remember their name. Amaloshe research, Ilu will not tiwa, if family me, one are very, very complicated. You will be careful trying to settle things among families. Ìmí wọn mọ nǹkan tó yẹ káwọn ṣe, wọ́n ló máa fún wọn ní list ẹrù ìyàwó, wọ́n ló máa fún wọn ní gbogbo nǹkan, wọ́n ló máa kọ́ wọn ní nǹkan tó máa ṣe. There is a lot. Auntie, network yẹn kàn yí ni, oh my goodness. Can you see Auntie Eniola Alaga on this show at all? It's just okay yí ni. Maybe I should take her out and bring her back again. It's just being funny. Oh. So there's a lot more to the job of an Alaga. Some people, if I used to be a makeup artist, I did makeup for years and years, makeup and gele. I used to go and do it. Sometimes you have to do pre-wedding shoot or pre-wedding whatever for the bride. Sometimes the bride, they will tell you to arrive at 6, 7. You will get there. The bride you know, a lot of things. I have done a makeup for a bride before. Just as I finished, as I was about to round up, somebody came to break a news about something that's happening in the venue. We started all over again. And somebody telling me that makeup, there's more to it, trust me. Yawo Baba said, that's why I always tell my people, pray and fast for all events you are involved in. Yes, you know, God help us. There's a lot of things that are happening. Things are happening these days. You know, I have been to there was a wedding I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, wọ́n ṣá láti get me, but don't eventually get me. Mo ní ọkọ rẹ̀ mi díẹ̀ ni màá má bínú. Wọ́n ní yé kọ́ má ti bí alága máwọn mo ní irọ́ kò jọ. You know, that's how much people, you know, there's a lot that we do. Anyway, we pray for them, we counsel them, we have meetings with them, we tell them what to expect on the day, we kind of reassure them. Èmi báyìí kẹtẹ torí information gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹ máa lé wọn ẹ send the form wọn ní fill the form wọn máa fill the form ìlàjì náà máa fill ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ all over again. There is a lot. Yes, Ololade Ajala, thank you. She says, sure, there is more to it than just doing the regular blast. There's a lot to this work of Alaga. As when I used to do what's it called, because I did all of these things honestly for years and years. You know, I just decided to take a break after my 30th years in the industry. When I used to do decoration event after in December at January, Lamatimawo, color code, the flower, blah blah blah. As a decorator, you'll be the first to arrive, you'll be the last to leave. Inú gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣe vendors, decorator la ni wọ́n máa ń ṣe méjì. They will be the first to arrive, they will be the last to leave. It's so tedious. It's not something that is easy. So all these things are not so easy. Now, considering particular factors before you hire someone. We've been talking about that. We can recap on it because time is fast spent. And Teniola, she wasn't able to join. No do me running networking and play up. I'm sure she wanted to say something to us. So we talk about factors to consider when hiring a vendor, especially Alaga and MCs and other vendors. But we focus more on Alaga because I am an Alaga at the moment. I've done all other ones, but so for you to hire a vendor, there's a lot of factors to consider. Consider their integrity. What are people saying about them? You know, don't go and hire a vendor that will mess you up. Some people are just not time conscious. Some people, their integrity is zero when it comes to time. There are some vendors that would take 3 jobs in a day and they will flop all 3. You know, check out their reputation, check out their integrity. It's so important. Some people, they will take your money, they will buy half of what they plan to buy for you. They will do half of what they plan to do for you. Check out their integrity, check out their time management. Check out some Alagas, àlejò 4 hours, wọ́n ṣì ń lọ, wọ́n ṣì ń kígbe. When to venue no ma kí pẹ̀lú orin. Be careful. Then you have to also know that price is very important. Don't go for cheap just because you want to have it cheap. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying because somebody's price is high that it's 100% guaranteed that they're going to perform well. There are some people that are just if you know what I'm saying. But still, if it is ridiculously cheap, be careful. It might be a red flag. Think about it. We've talked about so many things. Don't be distracted by their social media presence. There's a lot of people that put stuff, especially decorators, cake designers, makeup artists. They can put fake jobs on their possible. Like Alaga, that might be a little bit difficult for you to put what is not your job on your page. But a lot of makeup artists, a lot of decorators, I've just shared an experience of one that even stole my job and put on their page. As a decorator, you know, so you have to be careful. Then filter, you see that is my face that is looking like a filter works, you know. People put filter, be careful. Check out their reputation, check out their pricing, check out the experience, check out everything. In all, you might want to actually wait for referrals. People that refer people to you, they wouldn't want to be embarrassed, so they will definitely refer people to you. And to cap it up, you know, we as Alagas, another thing that I will look out for in hiring any vendor is your approach the first time I call you. Some time ago, I think about 6 years ago, a woman called me and she said, "Hello, good afternoon. Is that me, Dorias?" I said, "Yes." She said, "My daughter is getting married. And I'm looking for Alaga." And I'm like, "Hey, yeah, it is well. No, shall be a glorious day in Jesus' name." What? Why? Only you are the 3rd person I called. Only the other 2 people were so rude. Really? Only in fact, one of them that she was joking with the person. She said, "Eka so madam, Rama, yes." ó lóun wá sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn wípé ẹ̀mí mímọ́ sọ fún mi pé ilẹ̀ máa ṣalága ọmọ mi o, ó lẹ́nu yẹn dáhùn náà pé ẹ̀mí mímọ́ báwọn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ o. Just imagine. So as vendors, our manners of approach to our intending clients also matters. And another thing is the issue of money should not be an issue. I had somebody canceled on me lately, you know, for very important reason. I had to give her 100% refund because the reason that she cancelled is not due to, it's not something that she has control over. Some people say, you okay, no. Those are the things that people will look at and be like, Alaga. After COVID, a lot of people, I refunded a lot of people after COVID because it's not their fault, you know. And also, when we are working, people are watching us. You found a fellow vendor or a fellow Alaga that is being nasty on site, and then you also join them. You don't. You know, people are looking at you, they are watching you, you know, especially with the Alagas. You know, something happened to me 2 days ago. No, 3 days. Killing me. Today is Tuesday. On Saturday, I'm still regretting it up till now. When you know those live band, when they started making a choo choo cha, choo 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 choo, hello tutu. Just when the bride came in, I will not book where. I will live band. Hello chan chun 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 chi chi. I got angry and I reacted. That is unlike me, and up till now I regretted that. You know, we have to be careful because we are out there. People are looking at us. People are watching us. I had to kind of make a public announcement at the end that I'm so sorry about what happened earlier. That's unlike me, because you don't know who is watching you. We have to be careful how we put ourselves out there. A lot of people consider a lot of factors. I've been to an event where someone was being very mean and nasty to me throughout the job, and you can't harass me, and I refused to join her in doing that. When we finished, the person was distributing cards, and when you turn it down, even I want to I did not distribute card. They were coming to me and saying, Madam, can we have your card? These are the factors that people are looking at. You know, your time management. If you say it's going to be 2 hours, about a man do 2 hours, you know, your promptness. About a man so you are prompt. She prompt me or punctual. To my daily 1:45 punctual. It's very important as well. I want lomi, I want mama da, I want to shake dúró. Wọ́n máa pe fóònù, madam ń bolẹ̀ wá, gbogbo èèyàn ti wà ní hall, ń bolẹ̀ wá. No, these are the things that people are considering, and you know, there's a lot of factors that people on time, yes, that people look out for. You know, experience is very important. If you've been doing jobs for years, let people know that you've been doing it for years. Put up your job. Then another thing again is, please advertise yourselves. Some of us, we work. I'm also guilty of that. We work, we go and keep all the photos in archives. Photo video let's post. Let's put ourselves out there. And another thing again is, there is room for everybody. Competition, they are not doing healthy competition. Healthy competition is good, but when you are doing unhealthy competition, where you're ready to do anything just to be seen or just to be heard, please, people, let's stop it. So there's plenty of them. They are confessing, confession time. You want to video video bode post post video anyway, we need to put ourselves out there. Trust me, put yourself out there. Every one of us, most of us are on this table. I won't lie. Over what do I call it now? Over, I don't know. Let's put it out there. And also, please, let's learn to refer one another. If people call me and I'm not available, I'm very quick to give them other people's number. I want to come on my close area. It doesn't matter. Mean we pay a money she. I didn't realize that time is so fast spent. So people consider a lot of factors before they hire vendors, especially with the Alagas. Like I said, other people can put up false things on their pages. But with the Alagas, we are our own brand. My face is my brand as an Alaga. My face is my brand as an MC. Also, the way we appear, let's make efforts. Alaga mi gbogbo yan sílẹ̀. It doesn't. People will say, eléyìí bó lẹ ti rélé vulgar. Ẹlòmíì bó ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ṣàkàṣàkà. In fact, mo lọ síbi kan jọ kan Alaga kan sọ̀rọ̀ sí crowd báyìí ṣe ni mo gan mọ́ bí sí mo dé kó sí pé mo kó the way she just talking to people anyhow or pariwo everybody ni. We have to be careful. We know that we are out there. People are looking at us. Those are other factors. Pé láyé lágbájá yìí. In fact, somebody told me one day pé kí n bá wọn gba second Alaga. Pé kí n jọ kí n bá wọn gba second Alaga. Wọ́n á ní mo ti gbọ́. Ó kú bí 3 weeks to the event. Ló bá pè mí pé ẹjọ́ ṣé kò ṣe lágbájá lẹ pé o. Mo ní rárá kí ló dé ní kí n jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run tó bá jẹ́ òun nìkan ló kún gbogbo àgbáyé òun ò fẹ́. Imagine what kind of reputation has that person put out there. These are the things that people look at, that they consider, factors that they consider. Appearance matters as a lot. I know we cannot always match them, but we just need to make efforts in our own little way. Lipstick. What I'm saying is, let's make effort, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't have to be expensive. Let's appear nice. Let's be nice to people. Let's talk to people nicely. They will provoke us. Let's try to control ourselves, especially our fellow vendors. Sometimes they can be very provocative. I want live video man show wagon. I want them man show when ìgbà mi tá bá ti pẹ́ jù, I'm ma overshare. Tẹ́ bá rí pé tin pẹ́ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀ wọ́n, ẹ má bínú àti fẹ́ ṣe tán k'Ọlọ́run ṣàánú fún wa ni. Kọ́ ní ẹjọ́ ẹgbẹ́sẹ̀ wá fún mi o. Ẹ̀yin mọ́mì, ṣé ń ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni? Lipstick. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't be able to go further now. Time is so fast spent. Èmi mọ̀ wípé Yorùbá máa ń pè pé mi Yorùbá máa mú position kọjá lára èèyàn. But at the same time, let's make sure that we are not the reason why people avoid us. Please do not be the reason why this business becomes abasha. Tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn kan máa fojú kíní kan wọ́n ní kẹ́ni alágbèémà ni wọ́n. Don't be the reason that people will be embarrassing us as an Alaga. Èyí ló máa káwọn èèyàn lè tọrọ owó, in a funny way. Charge people for your work and then take whatever they give you and leave the stage. Don't be the reason that this job will no longer have value. Tó bá jẹ́ pé báwọn ìyá wa tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe nìyẹn, ní bá ń jẹ. Tó bá, if you need to charge so that you don't go and constitute a nuisance on stage, A lot of people are now embarrassing this profession. This is a very prestigious profession that I personally have a lot of passion for. For three decades, I do this and I'm still doing it, and I'm so proud to be one. Don't be the reason that people will now begin to say, Keni, Alaga wo nìyẹn. May the Lord help us. It seems to be a very personal kind of topic to me, and I believe it's solved to the same people. Please don't be the reason. Like people will say, "Eru kan báyìí, òun ló máa mú ni búgba ẹrú." Don't be that eru tó máa jẹ́ kó máa mú ni búgba ẹrú. Put yourself out there and don't ever try to block other people. Nítorí pé ojú ọ̀run ó tẹ̀yẹ fò láì farakọra. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ wípé ó máa ń wọ̀n ní ká jẹran pẹ́lẹ́ nù, àmọ́ òun fana fún kò ń gbà fún wa. Kódà àti ẹ̀sìn wá ṣe kọjá ibi tó yẹ ká ṣe délé ni. Ó di ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá gbáko láti fi kọjá ibi tó yẹ ká ti fi àdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀ nítorí pé bó ṣe ń dùn mọ́ wa. Àmọ́ Yorùbá náà ni wọ́n pòwe, wọ́n ní kì í dùn kó pọ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni kì í pọ̀ kó dùn. Wọ́n ní ṣókí báyìí òun lọ bẹ̀ oge. Àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ, èmi Olúwabùnmi Aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù, mo tún ti ń lọ lílọ ni mò ń lọ yìí. Mo ń gbàdúrà pé ogun ó lọ kò dé, kò ní bá mi. Ó dé kò bá wọn, kò ní jẹ́ títí lágbára Ọlọ́run. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ lẹ́ni ayọ̀, ìdùnnú, àlàáfíà tí mo fi yín sílẹ̀ sí, òun náà lè máa padà wá bá yín lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Nígbà tá tún máa gbé àkórí ètò míì tó tún jẹ́ gbàǹkangbè wá sórí ètò wa, ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí wàá mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Mo wá fàsìkò yìí sọ fún gbogbo wa wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Mo ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Ẹ̀yin ò ní forí gún, èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ o. Mọ́tò yòówù ká lè wọ̀ kò ní forí sọ̀gì o. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Ṣé rí báyìí o, MC Mona àtàwọn náà fòmù dá wa dúró síbí fún 10 minutes. God bless you, ma. See you next week, everybody. By the special grace of God. God bless you. Bye.
Traditional wedding. Every traditional wedding. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó bọ̀ nínú ọkọ̀. Let's talk traditional wedding.
Traditional wedding. Ìyàwó bàbá tíá. Alaga súnbọ̀.
Traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó bọ̀ nínú ọkọ̀. Let's talk traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó ń fúnni lóye. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó ń fúnni lóye.
Let's talk traditional wedding. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the special grace of God. In Jesus' name. Bye.